Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be brought to you by Halls, because they are pretty much my life support right now and bringing my voice back. All jokes aside, that'd be sweet to have Halls as a sponsor, but nope. We are out here loading up machine. I thought I'd show you guys how I loaded up on this setup here. This is a full tilt deck trailer right here, and I got my Nikes on. I don't have my work shoes on. It's Saturday evening. I'm helping out. But I figured I'd show you guys how I tie it down. You guys are looking at all these ratchet straps like, what the heck? Are you really using ratchet straps? I'm really using ratchet straps. Let's go. So we got to get her situated right here. Goes like this. This one goes on the back. Somehow I got too many of these things here. What the heck? Need one on that side. I need one on that side. Now if you can see that excavator from here, you will notice that it is just barely narrow enough to fit on this trailer. Dad custom ordered this trailer to fit that thing just nice and perfect. He's all about having it just right, nothing like overkill, nothing extra space. So you got to flip these up to do it the way he wants to do it. He uses those and those. He does a cross pattern over the tracks. Then I do have a snap binder. I do hate snap binders, but I couldn't find one of my ratchet binders, so that will work good for this. Don't use it on anything else. So Tyson, that's my one snap binder, bud. That's it. It's not like a power tilt. It just bleeds off through itself on the cylinder. So all you got to do is have a little weight on the back. And this truck is my 2004 Dodge 3500. A lot of people like to mistake this truck for a 2500. They do make 3500 single rear wheels. It is four-wheel drive with NV 5600 manual transmission, outfitted with some good old goodies. Nothing too extreme on horsepower. She does chooch, but nothing too insane. So let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up right here so you can witness me driving up on her. I go ahead and spin the whole turret around and get the thing situated and finalized. Got to come over here and make sure you got your clearance. That side's good. And see, look, we got screwed up right there on that side. That dang thing fell down. You guys see it? It's underneath the track, so that's no good. That happens. It's not a perfect system. It'd be nice if they were located somewhere else, but we got an easy way to fix that. So all you got to do it is not ideal, but put that Larry down in there in the dirt, lift up the track just a little bit. Doesn't take much. Definitely got to make sure you're not underneath any power lines. Keep your blade even. I got a spot down there for it. Then we just go ahead. Be good. Okay, get the door closed, situate all that stuff. For some reason, this little mother is something that is very easy to forget. You definitely need to have this down on there. It is not a terrible big deal if you forget to lock that. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere, but this did say you're supposed to have a certain percentage of your weight forward. But I mean, the boom is on the ass end. That is taking a lot of weight, but the majority of the weight is on the tongue of the truck. Not a ton, not like exceeding the truck or nothing, but that thing, all it'll do if you forget to do that, it'll just kind of flutter just a little bit. Not that big a deal. And so how I hook up this is the one chain binder that I actually use on this, because it's so much easier to use the ratchet straps. As I run a chain over the blade through its loops, tie it to itself right there. Then I'll snug this up, put my snap binder right there, and that is good. I think this is one of the old snap binders off the log truck. He left it on the job because he's dinged up or something, so it's not. Try our half link. There we go. She ain't going nowhere. Then I use these on the back for simplicity's sake. This is the same style one that I use for hauling the 080. The excavator that almost weighs double this one. Why I use these for this is because I like to wrap it around the cylinder. Then go down and you got a hook D-ring right there. Tighten that up. This one is just for looks, but it's definitely necessary. I mean, that thing is, she's nice and tight. She ain't going nowhere. But to keep the turret from rotating, you have to have this on there. That is a law. But that thing is going nowhere, so we are good to go. You just gotta deal with your extra strap a little bit. Tie her down. I'm telling you, with that one, you throw it over there. Right there. Now, they do have a hookup right there, but that thing, if I'm going a short distance and it's not really that big a deal, I'll just go ahead and hook up to that and then straight down to these D-rings. But my dad doesn't like me doing that because that thing's just, I mean, it's pretty much just spot welded, tack welded on there. It's nothing strong. And it's got these out here, but they're just in a terrible location for doing anything with it. That's what I'll use on my gooseneck deck over one, because it's, you know, quite a wider and you can actually get some angles with it. Right over there. Okay. If you do this for long enough with the same setup, you get a pattern and it's a lot quicker, a lot easier. And even sometimes, like this one here, look at that, cut the strap, there's no extra. That was cut just for doing that right there. So quick check of everything, double check that thing. So what I like to do, rather than remember each individual thing as an item for checklist and such like that, you remember that you have to do 5 things. So the first one's being 4 straps. You got one over the boom, one over the blade, and then 2 cross straps on this. And then the 5th thing being tightening down that bolt to keep that deck from tipping. So other than that, she is tied down, ready to go. Still need to order the 17.5 tires and wheels for this thing. Still haven't got around to that. Oh, you guys need to remind me of these things. Put a link, or put a comment below every once in a while saying, hey Sam, you need to order those tires and wheels. And I'd be like, okay. Because we're actually running, those tires that are on it, they're good enough rating to haul the weight with tongue weight and all that. But those are actually 16s that go on his truck. And another thing I wanted to touch note on is my dad's here. His truck is a 2001 Dodge 3500. It does have a gooseneck ball. This is his trailer. He's towed it before. Why doesn't he haul it home when he goes home tonight? Well, for one, it gives me a job, and I appreciate that. Second thing is, he doesn't have a CDL. And I will touch notes on this later on, but this right here is 100% CDL required load. And I do have my CDL. That's why I have it, is to do this. And this actual setup is why I got my CDL. Grown since then. But you have to combine your gross vehicle weight, all that stuff, and then I'm actually over 40 feet long. I'm towing more than 10,000 pounds. Everything is against me. Every rule that requires a CDL is hitting me on here. So CDL is required. That's why he doesn't do it. He does not have his CDL. He has his regular Class C. So I will make a video, full detail of what the CDL requirements are, why you need to get one, and all that stuff. But for right now, I'll see you guys in the truck. One thing that it's like a win-lose type thing with this truck though is it's got 373 gear ratio, and that's all good for, I'd say, anything like 12,000 pounds and less. That's not really that big a deal. 16, like what I'm doing right now, not that big a deal. But I wouldn't mind having 410s, and I actually had an 06 with a G56 Laramie truck with 410s in it, and that was going to be my daily, and I just did not want 410s for that truck. But given circumstances now, I would have loved to have that truck and possibly replace this one with it, but this thing gets it done. And if you guys are worried about how those straps are done, don't worry. Been doing that for a long time. No issues. Everything's going fine. Realistically, I think you could probably be like 100% okay with just that chain over the blade, because that trailer, it just fits in there like a glove. The excavator does, so it's not that big of a deal. But I'm not about to just tie it down with one strap and go home with that. No way. Those straps are rated for a good amount, so she'll be fine. I guess on the way home I'll do a little story time about this truck and how I like it and all that good mess. Like I told you a second ago, it's a 2004 Dodge 3500 single rear wheel. It's been a pretty good truck. Do everything type of a truck for me. NV 5600 Smarty Senior. I just have it on a light tune right now. I'm experimenting with fuel mileage. I got a couple other tests I'm going to run for you guys. But how I like towing with it. Thing's got pretty good power. I will not knock a 5.9. They got good power. Good usable power. The EGTs are always nice and cool with this thing. Especially with Smarty. This thing maintains a very good EGT level. And if you want it to, it'll chooch. It'll smoke just as much as a 12 valve. Back in the day, I would have loved to have done that chooching, but I don't really care too much about it now. But this truck is, it's got a bunch of pack brake goodies on it. I got pack brake airbags with onboard air for my exhaust brake, and I have a switch in here and a gauge to monitor that and lift it and lower it as I please. I just have a Prodigy brake controller. I'm not too big of a fan on that brake controller. It's kind of a piece of crap. I definitely like to delete that and go to what I have on my 08. But for what this truck is, I've owned it for 4 years. I bought it as a daily with the idea of it being a tow rig, because at the time, this is like the heaviest thing I needed to haul was this 12,000 pound excavator. The mulcher only weighs right about 12-ish. You know, it's very similar to this. So at 12,000 pounds on the deck, that's all I needed to haul. So a single wheel 3,500 truck, this truck is absolutely ideal. And I was so stoked to get this truck. I was, oh, it was a good freaking day. Story behind this truck is the plan was immediately getting out of school was to find a 3rd gen stick shift, mandatory. Single wheel 3,500 is what I was after. Found a 2,500 05 in Oregon for 10 grand. Couldn't get up there till after the weekend. The guy said he would hold on to it, so I texted him Sunday night, say, hey, I'll be up there Sunday. I mean, I got a squeaky something going on up there. So I text the guy Sunday night and tell him I'll be up there Tuesday morning. Coming up there to buy a skidder. I'm gonna grab the truck while I'm up there. The guy says, oh, just sold it. That's how you make somebody mad real quick, is when you say that you've got a deal and you back out on it. Oh, I mean, that's understandable. A guy showed up with cash or whatever, but damn. If I say I'm gonna be there on Tuesday with the cash, see me on Tuesday. I'll hold the truck if somebody said they got the cash. But didn't get the truck. I mean, it was a good deal truck. It wasn't something super pretty. And then this truck showed up Monday night in town for $12,500. One owner truck, highway miles. I think it had 296 on it when I got it. Highway miles truck. It was in absolute great condition. There was nothing wrong with it. Fresh injectors, fresh clutch, all kinds. It was absolutely mint when I got this truck. Oh man, I was so stoked to get this truck, and it absolutely worked out. Only thing I didn't like about this truck, and I still do not like it about this truck, is it has an NV5600. It's a good transmission. It's doing its job. I will give it that. I just do not like it because it's hard to shift. I've done, you know, this is my 2nd transmission in it. Didn't need to swap it. I thought the old transmission was hard to shift. You know, I'll probably rebuild it this winter on my own just for a learning experience. The kits aren't too expensive, but it was $3 grand to buy a rebuilt transmission off an outfit. Whoa, that was didn't help at all. Ended up switching a bunch of other stuff. Made a video on that. You guys go watch that video. I'll tag it at the end. But this truck has been doing a champ of job ever since. Day in, day out. If I need this truck, I go out there, fire it up. I've had to do a couple little things. Somebody was getting on me, like I was complaining about adding truck parts to my stuff. Like it's a nuisance or something for me to add truck. I love adding truck parts. You know, at some point I get a little fed up with spending so much money on a truck that it kind of, you know, worries me, because I don't like, I work for my money. I like to spend it, but I don't like to just give it away. But the guy acted like I was complaining that I would have to add a clutch and this and that to it if I did certain upgrades, and that's not at all it. I enjoy doing that stuff, and I enjoy making videos for you guys, making that stuff happen. So that guy kind of peeved me a little bit, but I want to clarify, they're not complaints that I'm saying right here. It's just things you got to do, and that's just how life works. But to get a good vehicle, stock doesn't really quite cut it. It can get you to, a lot of people like to tell me that their 2nd gen 24 valve, that's going to go the distance. That's all they'll ever need. 2nd gen 24 valve. I like the trucks. Probably my least favorite of all the Cummins additions they've made. But they get the job done. You cannot argue with a truck getting the job done. Same thing with Ford. PD Diesel made a good video about his Ford. Guy flat out admitted it outpulled his Dodge. But for preference wise and reliability wise and just this is what I like type of a wise. It's Cummins. But going back to the point of adding power to your truck, needing this, needing that. Right now, I've spent more on this truck in goodies. I'm not complaining when I say that proudly. I've spent more on it in goodies than I've spent with the initial purchase of buying the truck. You know, that boils down to transfer tanks and all kinds of stupid stuff, bumpers, wheels, fender flares, performance stuff, tunes, lift pumps, all that stuff. It all adds up. This cat don't have his headlights on. Thanks, I appreciate it, lady. I like when the traffic's over here, you can see it, but then somebody blocks you. Oh, we got a full tank of gas. Somebody filled my tank for me, didn't even know about it. Then we got this yay who pulls out right in front of me. It goes nice and slow. Grab the gas. Every day is something when you're towing. It's annoying. You're just out here trying to do your thing and people want to cut you off because they think you're going to go slow. I go the same speed as you. It just takes me a little while longer to get up that speed. People they're very inconsiderate when it comes to anybody towing anything. But I like to be nice and respectful when I'm driving around town. I'm not dumping smoke, not being a retard. Just doing my thing, getting to the house so I can go home and eat dinner with my girlfriend. And that's all I'm really after. Trying to make a buck somewhere amongst all that. But this truck tows it just fine. Once you get used to towing any kind of a trailer, it's just like a normal day out of the lake or whatever. It's nothing too extreme. Nice, easy job. Just plan your stops a little ahead of time. My old boy was asking me how I felt about him towing. For my, I guess my professional opinion on him, he's got a 4th gen Dodge. I think it was a mega cab. It's definitely a 2500 truck. And he wanted to tow like a 30-foot camper trailer, gooseneck or 5th wheel or whatever it might have been. But he said it weighed about 17,000 pounds. He asked me if his truck could handle that. I don't see why not. Probably throw a set of airbags underneath the truck and go to town. It's not that big a deal to have that kind of weight behind your truck. Except, like, I'm driving a 2004 and it's handling this weight no problem. Just a little slow off the line, but it's doing it. Now, a camper being stretched out longer than this, not a big deal. The biggest factor I'd see is just your truck's going to sag a little bit. That's an easy fix. Throw some airbags under the back. Don't put too much pressure on it and make it all weird. You got to find a happy medium, but your truck can do it. Now, I'm not trying to say go out there and tow like 50,000 pounds. And I have seen some guys with, 5,500 trucks doing that, and that is, holy crap, that is working the piss out of your 6.7 truck. Could not imagine doing that. Just towing 30 with what I got right now, that is a lot. And but if you want to tow, I would say anything under 20,000 pounds, your truck can handle it very easily, and that's a realistic figure. But you're gonna probably need a CDL to go much higher than that. I know campers got some exemptions and stuff like that, but it's a lot smarter to go that way. And Tony's texting me right now. Just got back from vacation. Another helpful supporter of the channel. He's a good guy. But I'm driving right now, man. I can't talk. Once this light turns green, there we go. Alright, so you guys want to hear some good old RPMs through a nice loud exhaust going up this hill? Tried to grab third gear. I grabbed a little early right there. back in the day, I'm only got a 30 horse tune with it right now, and that's all I really need. I'm not trying to go too extreme. 30 horse bump off a stock is a big jump for a conservative amount. Not saying that's like holy shit, like watch out, we got all kinds of power. But I was running on 90 horse, but right now, like I said, I'm trying to do a little bit better on fuel mileage and do a little experiment with my tunes, and I got a couple other things I'll unveil to you guys later on. We'll see what happens. But the it doesn't pull that hill in third gear towing the excavator with 30 horse tune. 60 horse tune, I'm gonna walk right up that thing. So I tried grabbing third a little too early, lost it. But there was a car trying to double park or parallel park. They were blocking the road, and I get around them, but it was annoying. So they got the smoke. Yeah, they got the smoke. Yeah, it's okay. It looks like it's going to be about dark when I get home. I might unload this thing tonight. I don't know. But if not, or however it ends, I think I'm just going to go ahead and end the video right now. I've been talking long enough. My voice is pretty much cooked. Thanks to Hall's cough drops. They've been saving me a little bit. Voice is coming back, guys. It's coming. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. Share this video, comment, and all that good stuff as well. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.